Yoga from the scratch. Your first steps on the mat. In this series, you'll find all you need to know to move your body and mind in a healthy way. Align your bones and muscles. Understand movement. And relearn to breathe.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Yoga for Beginners sequences. Today it'll be all about our core. Our core plays a very important role in any kind of yoga posture and also for our overall health. Our core stabilizes us from the center, and it also supports our spine, which is very crucial for a healthy posture. So whenever you're ready, we'll meet in child's pose. For this first child's pose, we open our knees to the sides, we bring our seat back to our heels, and then we stretch our arms to the very front of our mat, and you can rest your forehead on the mat for a moment. Just start here to connect to your breath. Deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Really guide your inhale breath into your belly. And slowly come from the thinking into the feeling, into your body. Ground down with your fingertips to the mat, to the floor. In yoga, we always find the grounding first. We connect to earth, and this has kind of a rebound effect of lifting us up into the sky, into heaven, to universe. So take one more deep inhalation in, and then as you exhale, slowly round, come into all fours position, tabletop position. Open your arms to the width of your shoulders, your knees hip-width distance apart, and then with our next inhalation, we start from the tailbone to bring it up. Lower our belly down, bring our chest forward, and then our head up. As we exhale, we bring our tailbone down, belly in, chest down, head down. Inhale, tailbone up, belly down, chest forward, head up. Bring your shoulder blades together. Exhale, tailbone down, belly in, chest forward, head down, and really here push into the mat. And one more time, inhale, come up from the tailbone, start the movement, and exhale from the tailbone, round your spine, push into the mat. Inhale, come back to center, and then prepare your hands for downward facing dog. Really ground down through your fingertips, rotate your triceps inwards. Tuck your toes under, activate your core by pulling your belly button in and up, and then lift up your knees and slowly push your seat back. Keep your knees bent. Ground down through your toes, ground down through your fingertips. Find length in your spine, inhale deeply. And with your exhalation, round forward into plank position. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, come back into child's pose, but don't bring your knees down. And then round forward, come back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, push back. And then as you inhale, come back forward, way forward into plank. One more time. Exhale, bend your knees, come down. And inhale, push back forward. Hold your plank. Activate your core, and with your exhalation, push back into downward facing dog. Really good. From here, start to walk your feet. Bring one heel to the ground, the other heel. Maybe bring a little bit movement into your hips. Connect to your breath. movement in your spine, whatever feels right for you. And then with your next inhalation, bend your knees, look between your hands. Take 2 to 4 steps to the very top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, keep your knees bent, hands on your shins, shoulder blades together. Exhale, release, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, and then slowly vertebra, vertebra, roll up, come to standing, and come into Tadasana. In Tadasana, ground down through your feet, soft knees. Bring your belly button in and up, hips forward. Rotate your shoulders up with your inhalation, down with your exhalation. Bring your shoulder blades together, chin slightly back, and the top of your head to the sky. Let's start to warm up our body, and then to really focus on our core, fire up our core. With your next inhalation, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, release, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down, and step back with your right leg. Come into lunge position, push your left hip back, keep your back leg active, inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down, left foot back, come into downward facing dog. With your inhalation, bend your knees, push your weight forward, come into plank. Exhale, bring your knees down, bend your elbows, chest to the ground. Inhale, slide forward, come into cobra. Open up your chest, bring your shoulder blades together. Exhale, push back into child's pose, tuck your toes, and come back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee and step your right foot in between your hands with control. Try to step with your heel first and then bring your toes down. Bring your left heel down on the ground, left toes 45 degrees opened up. Push your right hip back, and then with your next inhalation, bring your arms up, come into warrior one. Hold it here, push your right hip back, left hip forward, inhale. 2 breaths, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. With your next inhalation, bring your right arm forward, left arm back. Step your left foot a little wider. Come into warrior two. Keep your right knee bent. Keep your arms in one line. Drop your hips down. Inhale. 2 breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Turn your right palm to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand to your left leg. Right arm up overhead. Open up, side body stretch. 2 breaths here. Inhale. 1. Inhale. 2. With your next inhalation, bend your right elbow. Bring your right elbow on top of your right knee. And then with your left arm, circle forward and up overhead. Come into an extended side angle. Bring your left toes and your left fingertips in one line. Stay here for 2 breaths. 1. Push your right hip back. Gaze goes up. And 2. With your next inhalation, come back up into warrior 2. And then as you exhale, extend your right knee, bend your left knee, and come down into Skandasana on your left side. You can always bring your hands down. You can always lift up your left heel. Inhale here. And then with your exhalation, turn to the back of your mat. Frame your left foot and come into the lunge position on the other side. Push your left hip back, extend your right leg. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down. Extend your left arm up overhead, twisted lunge. Stay for 2 breaths. Try to push your left hip back. Keep your right thigh active. 1 more inhalation. And as you exhale, release your left hand back down. Drop your right knee down, release your toes. And then as you inhale, lift your arms up. Push your hip forward. Left hip slightly back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, arch back from your sternum. Push your sternum up, 2 breaths. 1. Inhale. 2. With your next inhalation, bring your hands down, frame your left foot. Lift your right knee up, tuck your toes. And then as you exhale, extend your left leg back. Keep your left leg hovering up from the ground. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga with only one leg. Inhale, drop your left leg down. Come up, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Really good. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And then with your next inhalation, step your left leg in front of your hands again, or in between your hands. And then with your next inhalation, walk your hands to the center. Turn your heels slightly outwards, your toes inwards. And then as you inhale, halfway lift, look up. And as you exhale from your hips, fold forward. Try to bring your wrists in one line with your heels. Inhale, open up. And exhale, fold forward. Hold it, 2 breaths. One more inhalation. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. As you exhale, come into Skandasana on the back side of your mat. Inhale, walk your hands to the other side, Skandasana on your left. And then from there, turn to the center again, to the front of your mat. Right leg is in front. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down, step your right leg back, shift forward into plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. Let's take 2 to 3 breaths here to calm down. If you want, you can always drop your knees down, sit onto your heels, come into child's pose. And take your rest here. If not, stay active in downward facing dog. Keep your knees soft and focus on extending your spine. One more inhalation. Exhale. With your next inhalation, this time extend your left leg up. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring it into your chest. With control, step it forward. Left heel comes first, then your toes. Come into lunge. Inhale, stay here. As you exhale, turn your right heel down. Right foot 45 degrees to the right side. And as you inhale, prepare. Bring your arms up. Come into warrior 1 on the other side. Exhale. This time, push your left hip back. And really keep your right thigh active. One more inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Turn your right arm back, left arm forward. Widen the stance. Bring your right leg a little farther away. Right heel and left heel in one line. And we turn our toes a little more to the right side so we open up more. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your hips down. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, turn your left palms up. Right hand to your right leg. Left arm up overhead. Side body stretch. Stay for 2 breaths. Look underneath your left arm to the sky, to the ceiling. Really extend your arm. One more inhalation. As you exhale, bend your left elbow. Bring your left elbow on top of your left knee. And extend your right arm up overhead. Extended side angle. Stay for 2 breaths. 1. One line from your right toes to your right fingertips. 2. Inhale, come back into warrior 2. Exhale, extend your left leg, bend your right knee, come into Skandasana on your right. Stay for your inhalation. Exhale, bring your hands down, walk to the back of your mat. Come into lunge. Push your right hip back, left hand down. Inhale, extend your right arm up, come into twist. Twisted lunge, push your right hip back, activate your left thigh, inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand back down, drop your left knee down, release your toes. Inhale, prepare, bring your arms up, push your right hip back, left hip forward. And then exhale, arch back, open your chest, bring your sternum up to the sky. 2 breaths. Push your hips forward. 1 more inhalation. Exhale, release. Inhale, release, bring your hands down. Lift your left knee up, left toes. Exhale, bring your right leg back without touching the ground. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows close to your body. Inhale, right foot down, open up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. With your next inhalation, bring your right leg forward in between your hands. Push your right hips back, lunge. Exhale, walk your hands to the front. Come to center, and this time turn your toes outwards, your heels inwards. With your next inhalation, drop your hips down, bring your arms up, come up. Exhale, bring your palms together, lower your hips a little closer, and bring your tailbone down. Inhale, extend your legs, come up. Exhale, down. 1 more time, inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. And if you want, you can bring your hands on your knees and then bring one shoulder to the opposite knee. Always on your exhalation, come down. Open up your hips here. And continue pulling your tailbone down. Inhale, come back center. Bring your hands to center 1 more time. And then exhale, go into Skandasana on your right. Inhale, walk your hands to the top of the mat, Skandasana left. And then turn to the top of your mat, frame your left foot, come into lunge 1 more time. Exhale, hands down, left leg back, shift your weight forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. Let's come to the core part. So as you inhale, you step your right foot on the outside of your right hand, left foot outside of your left hand. And then from here, come into Malasana, toes slightly outwards, heels inwards, hands together. Push your knees away with your elbows and bring your tailbone down. Find an upward spine. And then here, this time we will push with our knees towards our elbows. So we create a little pressure on our hip flexors, and we'll hold it for 2 to 3 breaths. And you will see, while contracting our hip flexor muscles, we gain a better flexibility, because as we loosen up again after these breaths, you will see that you can drop your hips even a little lower. So push with your knees against your elbows. 1 more deep inhalation. And then with your exhalation, release and drop your tailbone even a little lower. Really good. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, release your hands behind your body. And then from here, slowly walk your hands back, come to seated. From the grip of your ab, inhale, bring your right knee up, left knee. And then try to bring your thighs as close to your belly as possible. Keep your shins parallel to the mat. Inhale, right arm forward, left arm forward. Hold it here, deep inhalation. As you exhale, extend your leg and slowly lower down without touching the mat, arms overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, come back up. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, slowly lower it down. Keep your core active. Exhale, come back up. 1 more time. Inhale, extend. Arms overhead. Hold it here. And then as you exhale, lift your legs up. And then from here, lift your hips up. Bring your hands to your feet. Crunch up and try to touch the toes of your feet with your fingertips. Hold it here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Meet your right hand with your left hand and then crunch even a little higher. Hold it here, inhale. Exhale, change sides. Right hand on the outside of your left leg. Crunch even a little higher, inhale. Exhale, release. 1 more time, crunch up center. And then as you exhale, release your legs, release your arms, half boat. Exhale, come back up 1 more time. Hold it here, inhale. Exhale, drop your feet down. Hands behind your back. Counter posture with your inhalation. Lift your seat up, bring it towards your heels, and then push your hips up. Open up your chest. Open your shoulders. 1 more deep breath in here. Exhale, push your hips up. And then inhale, slowly release. Bring your seat back down on the mat. And then from here, we'll come back into Malasana. So we push our upper body up from the mat, come forward. Heels inside, toes outside. We push with our elbows towards our knees, bring our tailbone down. And as we warmed up our core, as our core is really, really warm and active, we bring our hands down and we try to challenge ourselves with a little arm balance here. For this arm balance, you bring your hands down on a mat, you bend your elbows, and then you try to bring your knees into your armpits. From here, shift your weight forward. Really important to bend your elbows. Ground down through your fingertips. Weight is in your hands. And then from here, see if you can lift up 1 foot. Bring it back down. The other foot, back down. And then eventually, you can lift up both feet or both legs at the same time. Hold it here. Don't forget to breathe. And then come back down. So this is a little play that you can include in every yoga practice and in your everyday life. And it always works better once we warmed up our core because our muscles are already active. So from here, bring your hands behind your seat, scoop forward, sit down, and then with your inhalation, bring your arms forward, and exhale as slowly as possible. Come down to the ground. Really good. For a moment, ground down the soles of your feet. Extend your arms to the sides. And then just let your knees drop from one side to the other side. Releasing any tension of our hips. Center. Bend your knees into your chest for a moment. Hug your knees. Move a little bit. Give your lower back a massage. And then from here, extend your left leg first. Bring your right knee over to the left. Release your left hip. Arms into T position. I can't extend my left arm here, but you can hopefully. Gaze goes to the right. Maybe you can just bring your left hand on top of your right knee if you don't have space. And then we're giving our spine a big twist here, creating space between the vertebrae. and guiding our inhalation and exhalation towards this space. And with your inhalation, release, come center. And let's change sides. Extend your right leg. Bend your left knee, bring it over to the right side. Release your left hip, your right hip. Extend your arms again. Gaze goes to the left this time. And maybe you can bring your right hand on your left knee to close down, to lower down your knee even a little more. 2 to 3 deep breaths here. As we're twisting in the end, we're counterbalancing our core activity. And this is a very, very healthy position, very healthy exercise for our spine, to bend it in any kind of direction. Because as I said in the beginning, the spine health is crucial for our overall health and mobility. Perfect. Inhale, come back center. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop to the sides. Bring one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And then from here, just close down your eyes. Take one more deep inhalation in. Inhale even more. Hold your breath. Exhale, open your mouth. And from here, let your body completely surrender to the mat. Give yourself a little rest here. Rest is something super important, and it's not replaceable by sleep. In a rest state, our body comes back to the homeostasis. It kind of renovates the cells. The metabolism is activated. And we renew the connections in our brain. So take as much time as you need here in Savasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you already feel the benefits of yoga, of a healthy movement. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
I hope you really enjoyed stepping on your mat for the first time, moving your body, connecting to your breath. And you probably felt some muscles that you've never felt before, but that's all right. Consistency makes up for success. So if you like the practice, I'd be really happy if you gave me a thumb up. And also if you shared the practice with someone that you think could like it, could enjoy it as well as you did. See you around.